And hello, movie lovers. And tonight I'm going to give you my non spoiler review for Scream 6. So if you're expecting any kind of spoilers or anything like that, you're not going to get that here. So you guys can be able to watch and listen on the podcast. If you're listening, go on ahead, rate us on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, and all the places that you listen to your podcast at. And without further ado, we're going to go on ahead and start our Scream 6 review. So I hope that everybody enjoys this review. And hello, movie lovers. So, first off, I just want to say this: I really enjoyed the sixth one more than I did part 4 or part 5 and stuff like that. This one to me is one of the better ones of today. I even enjoyed this one better than the last one that we had. Matter of fact, I like how you don't have too. The thing I like about this is the fact that you don't give enough time for these characters to go to wind up just really going on ahead and trying to get over what happened last year to them or anything like that. It picks off a year later. And these characters are still going through the trauma of the stuff that happened in the last film, which is something that I really like, which also keeps something fresh into their heads and their minds to the point where they're having PTSD. They're trying to get over the situation. You also have Jenna Ortega's character who's trying to carry this film because of the fact that you don't have Neve Campbell in this film. And she does a fantastic job of playing her character of Tara. And then, of course, you have her older sister Sam back in this movie again. And then you wind up having Kirby from the fourth installment of Scream. So that was something that was really surprising. They don't really go into a lot of detail about how she came back or anything per se, but they do go on ahead. They do have her in here. And basically, it's just Ghostface targeting all the legendary characters that we had in Woodsboro and the Legacy attacks. And now it's going into New York City. And that's something that really intrigued me was the fact that how you're going on Jason Takes Manhattan kind of style, if you think about it, because of the fact that you're taking a villain like Ghostface and putting him in New York City. And man, I just have to say, I was really sold on that idea. I like the fact, too, that this is actually a ghost face that is not clumsy. He's more threatening, more menacing, more angry. Also, too, he's not, when I mean more clumsy, remember in the other Scream movies where basically he's tripping over furniture, he's basically tripping over everything. This one is pretty much into cardio because this one does not slow down at all. And that's something that I really appreciate with this one a lot, that there is a lot of stuff within this movie where you're scared for these characters. You're wondering who's going to survive. You're wondering if Courtney Cox's character Gail's going to survive this or not. And then there's a lot of stuff that I really have to say that I really enjoyed about it. And it's one of those films that I feel like you need to see in theaters because of the fact that you're within an audience, they're actually experiencing the same thing you're experiencing and things like that. So Jenna Ortega's characters, now this is some of the stuff that I really enjoyed with this, okay? So there's actually this thing that Jenna Ortega does is the fact that she's actually a person that's trying to get over stuff that happened from last year, and the fact that she's just wanting to just ignore everything that happened last year and just focus on her life and just like it never even happened. Meanwhile, you have Sam who's battling with the PTSD, dealing with the trauma, dealing with the fact that her father was actually a killer that was targeting Cindy. So you're dealing with the trauma of that. Then you also have Jenna who's also trying to block out stuff that happened last year and trying to just ignore it, trying to live her life and things like that. So I like the concept of that. Now, the opening sequence, which is what we're all here for when it comes down to the Scream franchise, is the opening killing scene, right? So it does something really different with this film where it takes that trope and it turns it on its head to reveal a killer. And then after you reveal that certain killer, then there's actually a kill where that killer gets killed. So therefore, it feels like a meta type of thing where you actually have a copycat killer that gets stabbed, and maybe he's also found inspiration because of the stab movies and stuff like that. But also, too, the thing I like is the fact that you have this meta thing going on where you have a kill within a kill of this movie, which hasn't been done unless you count the fourth one, which was like very meta, where you actually have the characters from the Stab movie, where basically they go on ahead and each character is killing each character. But this one is different on its own end, and that's something that I really like. about that. And then, Billy's, like I said before, then there's also the relationship force between Tara and Chad. I thought that was really forced in a sense, but the more I started watching it, the more that I kind of dug it. And matter of fact, I was actually putting this as one of my negatives. But as I started watching it, and then I realized, okay, well, the relationship between Tara and Chad was introduced into the last film that we had from last year, so therefore it doesn't feel as forced as I thought it was. So therefore, that's not going to be one of my my minor things or anything like that. Matter of fact, I would actually have to say the relationship I thought was actually pretty good. Um, then they also mentioned in the movie Gail being back in the news reporting stuff and things like that. And then you do a little bit of a callback to the very first one where one of the characters winds up punching her. And then you also have the Red Right Hand that plays for nostalgia purposes and things like that in the movie. So I'm glad that they actually have the Red Right Hand again for this movie. And then they also explain the new rules within what a franchise basically is. So I'm glad we have new set of rules, new ways of actually looking at this movie as a whole. And I like how they actually explain it. Everything is bigger than the first time. What happened before, forget it, because of the fact that it's so different and no one is safe. So that's something that I really liked about it. But all in all, I had a great time with this. I was scared for the characters. Ghostface is dangerous as hell in this one. He's out for blood. That's all I'm going to say. This Ghostface is out for blood. Not saying that the other ones weren't, but this one it has like a sole purpose of not even trying to do anything that Stu or Billy did or any of the other killers did. They're just plain after blood. That's all I can say. You would have to just go ahead and see the movie for yourself because of that. But I enjoyed it. I hope that you guys like this short review of Scream 6. This is my non-spoiler review, but we'll be back again probably tomorrow to do a spoiler review for that, where I'll actually have more stuff thought out whenever it comes down to the spoiler episode, because there's a lot of stuff I want to spoil, but I don't want to give too much away for this review. But I hope that you enjoy it. Don't forget to smash the like button. Don't forget to comment below. And always, until next time, guys, bye-bye.